Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I told you that this day was going to come. I am going to do my full trial breakdown of Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm super excited for this because there's actually some things that actually kind of surprised me about this. So I'm gonna hop right into it. So let's do it. So of course we see our good old Wolverine in the bar. Absolutely love it. Classic Wolverine, just getting drunk, and of course the bartender tells him to get the fuck out of his bar. And then Deadpool comes in. What a funny interaction. That's one of the things where I'm most, not only am I excited about the fight scenes and that sort of stuff, but what I'm most excited about is not only seeing Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, but also the interactions that Wade and Logan are going to have in this movie. I think it's going to be very, very funny. Wolverine thinks that Deadpool's a lady. That's kind of funny to me. So obviously he tries pulling. This is funny. He tries pulling his claws out, and Deadpool's like, "Wow, whiskey dick the claws." And then we get the now this bit we need to talk about. Because it doesn't look like they has the gold guns yet, but he has the what's it called, like the pistol. And it says small, wait for the flash, which I think is such a Deadpool thing. I do love the comedy side of Deadpool. That's what makes him unique. Because like other superheroes can be funny, but like Deadpool especially can be very, very funny. Okay, so Wolverine leads himself in, and then we get kind of more of what we saw in the last trailer. Now this walking shot of Wolverine in a suit, I think, is what would have been from the last trailer where he does the whole where he's like, "Oh, don't just stand there, you big ape. Give me a hand up." And he's like, and then goes to game. I think that's part of it, part of that whole sequence. And now this, obviously we got this in the last trailer with everyone, except celebrating Wade's birthday, and it's cool that everyone's there, like Shatterstar, Yukio, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and Dopinder, and Blind Owl, Peter, Vanessa. Okay, so this bit where he's like, I don't fucking care. And Deadpool's like, is this what you were like when your whole world went to shit? And then we see, okay, so we see the stones. This, what I need to mention a minute ago was that this is a completely new Wolverine, because we weren't ever shown this in any of the X-Men movies. It was kind of hinted in Logan, like because of the whole condition that Professor X had, and that sort of stuff. So like technically, Professor X wiped out the mutants except for Wolverine, but we didn't see Wolverine really dealing with the guilt of it. So I don't think that, apparently they're not touching Logan, is what Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds said. So I don't think that they are going to have that as the continuation of this story, right? So I think it's just a new Wolverine. This Wolverine is the loser Wolverine, like down the right loser. So, and then when we see the TVA bit, we see that the TVA dude got punched in the face. We presume it was Wolverine without the claws. But he basically says this Wolverine let down his entire world. Then, okay, now this is the bit I want to talk about. This whole bit where Deadpool and Wolverine are fighting, and they're going before he stabs him in the balls, which I think is hilarious. But this first bit where you see arm versus then next arm, then swoop around, arm up. It's the exact same choreography as the Peter versus Flash Thompson fight scene in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1, where Toby does the exact same thing, where Peter's in Deadpool's position and Flash is in Wolverine's position. It's the exact same choreography. It's the exact same thing. So, because it's like, it's the exact same thing. So, I'm curious to see, now, this pulls up the question. Yes, this is based on, like, these are movies of, what's announced in this movie is, Fox properties. But we don't know if Toby is going to show up, because Hugh Jackman did say this, right? The only way that he will return is that he will get to share the screen with Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I'm not saying that Tobey Maguire's going to be a big role in this movie, but the fact that he's going to be a main player in Secret Wars, which gets me super excited, the new Tobey movie, with Hugh Jackman and all that. I think that, honestly, that's the way to go. I think whether if Doctor Strange or Doctor Strange variant transports them to Toby's verse, or even the TVA, or something like that, because this has got to be, because something about No Way Home has got to be, there's got to be consequences for No Way Home, as much as it's my favourite movie of all time. There's got to be consequences for that. So, and plus, where there's rumours about Battleworld being in this, and how the mid-credit scene is going to be them putting heroes onto Battleworld, and we kind of go like, okay, is Wolverine going to be part of that world? Is Deadpool? Is Toby? Is Nick Cage Ghost Rider? Is Ian Grufford's Mr. Fantastic, all that going to be in that world, and RDJ's Iron Man, or Tom Cruise. So, life. So I think that might be the way to go. But yes, Wolverine stabbed him in the balls, which made me go like, oh, fuck, go check out my reaction. It's the short version's on my story. And which just finishes this fight scene. That's the only, from the start to that bit is where it goes up to, but the full reaction is on my YouTube channel. But go check that out. And then Deadpool pulls the guns out and starts shooting Wolverine in the waist, which I think is kind of funny. So then we get the whole thing of like, should we talk about what's bothering you, or should we wait for the flashback? And he's like, oh, go fuck yourself. So obviously this July, I love how they're marketing this movie, where every logo, whether if it's the Marvel Studios logo in this July, or the Deadpool and Wolverine logo, that they're using the red and the yellow, the ketchup and mustard. I love that. I think that that's so cool. So then we get the life is a mystery. So, I honestly think that, so we see the whole thing of them walking out to the Madonna song, and Wolverine has no sleeves on. Like, look how jacked Hugh is. Like, Hugh jacked man. That's just amazing. And he's 55. How can you be in your 50s and be this jacked? Props to Hugh Jackman. I know that he hated eating all that chicken and broccoli and all that stuff, but my God, it works for him. Like, it works out for him, and it's great. I hope that we get at least one more movie before Secret Wars with Hugh Jackman. Because it's like, I mean, for the people that don't want to see Hugh Jackman play Wolverine again, sorry, no. This is the only thing that I will accept, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, until the recasting in Secret Wars. So, so obviously, Deadpool doesn't know how to save balls, but Wolverine does. This is a long shot that they cut scenes. Now, this scene where it's nighttime and Wolverine's talking to someone near a campfire. He says, "Trust me, kid, I'm not a hero." I honestly think that that's X-23. There have been rumors that X-23 is going to pop up in this, that Daphne Keane is going to pop up back as X-23 in this. I think that's the moment. I think that obviously, I mean, there's one person that's confirmed for this movie, cameo or cameo-wise, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But I think Daphne Keane will pop up as X-23. I will not be surprised about that at all. So, and then we get more of the walkout. It's like, "You are the X-Men. I'm soaking wet right now." And then, chink! And then obviously the Madonna song keeps playing. Now this, we talked about this in the last trailer. We talked about, I talked about it in my breakdown for that trailer, and also, if you guys watch my podcast I do with my cousin, on the podcast channel, on our MCU podcast, we talked about how this snow scene with the TVA, like how this snowy forest looks a lot like the forest from Age of Ultron, the opening scene, and how they might be in the Age of Ultron timeline, or they're going to that timeline to get Quicksilver and Wanda, because in the comics they are mutants. So that's kind of makes me go like, interesting. So yeah, I'm very excited to see why they're fighting in the Age of Ultron forest. Now we get our first look at the villain of Cassandra Nova, Professor X's sister. In the comics, got killed in the womb because Professor X, and then her kind of spirit or whatever lived on, and then she kind of makes a body for herself type of thing. It's very weird, but yeah, I read the backstory, don't worry. And then more Wolverine and Deadpool fight. So cool. I love it. Oh my god. And then obviously shots from the last trailer with them setting up Deadpool. And then we get the forest. Now, this intrigues me because where do we see a forest? In whether if it's MCU or 20th Century Fox Marvel. Logan, right? So, are they just in here because that's where they ended up shooting? Or are they... Because, obviously, if they resurrected Logan from Logan, which they said that they're not, he would still have to be old Wolverine. Like Old Man Logan. So, why are they in that location? I do not know. But I am curious to why they're there. Obviously Cassandra Nova. And then we get Goliath, the cloud from Loki. So cool. And now, this is a bit that we need to talk about. I need to pause this. Alright, now, here we have a base made out of Ant-Man's body, right? Which is where Cassandra Nova is, that's her base. Now, here at the front, we see all these different characters. We see, obviously, Pyro on the car because he was in the last trailer. And then we have the guy from, oh my god, X-Men First Class. I forgot most of that movie because it's so bad. And then we have Lady Deathstrike from X2, X-Men United. We have Toad next to a guy in the trench coat. And then we have, is it Calypso? I think the chick with the ponytail from X3. And then I think the big dude with the jacket is Tyler Mane Sabretooth. Now, I think that the guy next to Toad and Lady Deathstrike, I mean, I could be wrong, but he looks a lot like, he looks very similar to Bullseye, Colin Farrell's character in Daredevil. Now, we did get confirmed that, I mean, there's rumors that Ben Affleck might show up as Daredevil in this. It's been confirmed that Jennifer Garner is gonna come up in this. So that kind of makes me curious. Now, next we have Red Skull's car. There are some images out there that it's Iron Man's car from the first movie, like the one with the flames and all that. But I think it is Red Skull's car. Wolverine getting wasted. Now, this bit. Dogpool. This is one of the few Deadpool variants we were going to see. There was a dog pool, head pool, kid pool, baby pool, and what was the other one that had set photos? I think it was like Future or Viking Deadpool or something, where Deadpool had like long flowing hair and more of a muscle kind of suit type of thing. So there's, and also from the last trial we talked about how there was going to be Lady Deadpool played by Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife, and she's friends with her, and Ryan are friends with Taylor Swift, who's rumored to play Dazzler. I think most of this stuff is confirmed at this point. So that'll be cool. And then we get some Mad Max crap happening. And then Wolverine and Deadpool fighting more in the car. Explosion, the car going. Okay, now, Cassandra Nova does have the same powers as Professor X, but instead she's walking, right? We don't really see this in any of the X-Men movies a lot, really, but this reminds me a lot of the Magneto scene from the first X-Men, where it's like, except for controlling his whole body, he just controls Wolverine's arms, right? So, and then we see Deadpool and Wolverine obviously charging off. And then we get, okay, now this bit I'm curious about, because this bit we see Deadpool and Wolverine spinning around stuff. But there was a shot. I'll try and find it. Like a little prayer. I wanna take you there. I think it was the last frame. Okay, now there's a it's kind of hard to see, but there is a shoulder that Deadpool is like right near like towards the end frame of that bit where they're fighting. And it's not a male's arm, it's a woman's arm. Now, the only cameo that has been confirmed so far is Jennifer Garner's Elektra. I feel like that if she's the only one that's confirmed, she's going to have been in that scene, or she's confirmed, and her, Deadpool, Wolverine, Affleck, Daredevil, and even some of the Fantastic Four, whether if it's Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, Ian Grufford, oh my god, I forgot the dude from The Shield, Michael Chiklis, that they're all facing off all these 20th Century Fox villains. So I feel like that something there's gonna happen. So obviously then we get the let's fucking go. And then Deadpool and Wolverine jump out of Scott Lang's eyeball or Hank Pym's eyeball. And no, mouth, sorry. It looks like his eyeball, but anyway. And then jumping into a Doctor Strange portal. I'm not really going to talk about the cocaine bit because there's not a lot of stuff to break down in that. But now, who is making the portal, right? Is Doctor Strange making the portal? Is Wong making the portal? Is Ned Leeds making the portal? Because we did get, in No Way Home, we did get the whole thing of them obviously getting Ned to do the whole magic to bring back Toby and Andrew. So is Ned practicing magic? Or is Doctor Strange, when he's doing the whole endgame bit with the portals, and all the pores open up, what if one of the pores that we didn't get to see was actually Deadpool and Wolverine in the endgame battle? That would be cool. That's a rumor going around where it's like, I don't think it will happen, but it's possible that could happen. I am very excited for this movie. This obviously you guys know this is my most anticipated movie of the year, and it's not even close. Joker 2 didn't see the first Joker, but kind of iffy on some of the. I mean, the trailer looks real good, but kind of iffy on some of the things that are happening in that. I think mainly Harley, because I don't really see Harley as a dramatic character. But I do think Lady Gaga is a good choice to play a dramatic Harley. But this movie, they're keeping true to the first two Deadpools in the Fox universe. They're keeping true to Wolverine. They're keeping true to the MCU and all that. They're dealing with the multiverse, which they should be doing. We got different bits that didn't really deal with the multiverse, like Love and Thunder and that sort of stuff, but we did deal with the multiverse in like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and the villain in Kane and Quantumania, and that sort of stuff, and No Way Home, and right. So there's stuff in there that deals with the multiverse saga, and I'm very excited to see it continue on. So guys, please hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe. Also, the little bell icon to get enough future videos that I make. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.